you might hurt yourself. Yvonne Lee Stobrada.
Did you know that with the rise of technology, such as smartphones and the internet, there has been a drastic decrease in the human attention span? Studies show that in recent years, the average human attention span has now dropped lower than that of the average goldfish. But the implications of this are obvious. Can't you see? The goldfish are trying to take our jobs. But I'm one step ahead. I've already drafted an executive order that I've sent off to the President of the United States to help protect us from this future threat.
We are going to get the goldfish out of the box, and we're going to put the people in the box. We're going to get the people working again. It's going to be great. It's going to be huge.
Fellow Toastmasters, guests, Mr. Contest Master, technology is changing us, and not for the better. Today, I want to talk to you about the negative mental, physical, and emotional impacts that technology is having on all of us. So let's start with the mental impacts, and let's keep going down the route of concentration. It's having a direct impact in literature programs in universities and colleges all across the United States. Literature majors are no longer required to read books from cover to cover. One Duke University professor is even quoted as saying, "I can't get my students to read War and Peace." But the fact of the matter is no literature student has ever read War and Peace. But I think we're heading in a scary direction. I mean, what's next? A picture book winning the Pulitzer Prize? And how about the physical impacts that technology is having on us? Have you heard of the phobias, disorders, and diseases that come about because of technology? One I think we've all experienced. It's called phantom vibration syndrome. You know, you hear the phone ring across the room, you feel it vibrating in your pocket, and you pull it out, only to find no one actually loves you. How about the Quervain syndrome? It's an inflammation of the thumbs that's caused by overuse and scrolling on tablets and smartphones. It can actually lead to paralyzed thumbs. I guess in the future, only those with the biggest and strongest thumbs will survive. Who's with me? Thumbs up if you're with me. Back there, I can't see the thumbs. Get the thumbs up. Yeah, all right. Internet addiction. In 2008, China declared internet addiction a disease, a national crisis. All throughout China now, there are rehab clinics for teenagers to deal with internet addiction. Contrast that with Silicon Valley, where technology company executives won't even allow their kids to have a smartphone until they're off in college. That's because the tech company execs understand the concept of don't get high on your own supply. Finally, let's talk about the emotional impacts that technology is having on us. And this is important for us Toastmasters. As we all know, communication nowadays, it's mostly through a screen. It's not just kids, it's adults too. Email, texting. A recent study in the UK, the United Kingdom, showed that teenagers spend less time outside than prisoners. It's true. But that gave me a solution to our prison problem. Do I hear it? And in the future, we're going to put prisoners in the worst place possible, a place of unimaginable pain and suffering. We're going to put them outside. Can you imagine a prisoner knocking on your door? Hey, let me in. I just want to watch some Netflix. Give me your iPad, toss it down here. What's with all the trees? And why are there so many goldfish out here? Fellow Toastmasters, guests, today I want you to witness my break with technology. I've done the research, I've came to my conclusions. I would urge you all to do the same thing. But remember, don't think too hard. You just might hurt yourself. Mr. Contest Master.